2001. First equation is 2x minus 5 is equal to 5 minus 3x. How are you going to handle this? Well, it's not nice to have x on both sides of the equation. So the principle we're going to use is the principle of a balance. If you imagine a weighing scale and you've got things balanced on both sides, then providing that you're very careful and you either add the same thing onto both sides or you take the same thing off both sides, then the balance stays in balance. So here, if we've got 2x on one side, minus 3x on the other, that's a minus 3x. How about we add on 3x to both sides? Or we could take off 2x from both sides, but it's easier to add 3x because that way we get rid of the minus 3x. So let's add 3x to both sides. Rather have positive x's rather than negatives. If we can avoid negatives, that's brilliant. So minus 3x plus the 3x on both sides. On the right hand side we'll just end up with 5 minus 3x. If I add 3x to it, it becomes nothing, so I'll just put a dot there. On the left hand side, 2x now goes up, it goes up to 5x, and we've got minus 5 is untouched. Pretty good. 5x, 5 times something minus 5 is 5. We could probably solve it from here, but let me just show you the rest of the method. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Again, I could have taken away 5 from both sides, but the idea is to end up with x's on their own. So if I've got 5x and then I've got to take away 5, I don't really want anything next to the 5x. So minus 5, I can get rid of that by plus 5 on both sides to maintain the balance. So let's see how that looks. We're going to end up with 10 on the right. We're going to end up with 5x on the left. Minus 5 add 5 is just going to be 0, so I can just put a dot, and then I can move my 5x across. So 5 times something is equal to 10. Let's divide both sides by 5. I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. The divide line you can actually draw on. So I'm going to divide this side by 5. And I'm going to divide the 10, where the 10 is, I'm going to divide that side by 5. So the principle is you're doing you're doing the same to both sides. Times, divide, add, take away. You can even square and square root, but as long as you do the same to both sides. 5 of something divided by 5, well, 5 divided by 5 is going to be 1, so it's cancelling out. Just going to be left with 1x, or just x. And 10 divided by 5 is 2, and that's your answer. You can check it back in. 2 times 2, because we think x is 2, is 4. 4 take away 5 is minus 1. Different color just to avoid you. This isn't a step, we've done the method, we're just checking our answer, so I'm just going to use blue. So 4 take away 5 is minus 1, and then on this side 3x, if I know x is 2, 3x would be 6, 3 times 2 is 6, 5 take away 6 is minus 1, they both give the same answer, so I'm happy that's good. And that's it. Please join me again for the next lesson.